With the worldwide celebration stream happening in 3 days at the time of me recording this, I felt like I should go ahead and talk about all the information that we do know, and then also just some speculation on the celebration for part 2. Now, let's go ahead and talk about one of the most important things, which is when do the actual banners drop, since I feel like that's always the biggest question, right? And if we go ahead and look at the past 2 years of like 2023 and 2022, you can see that they've consistently been just dropping this on the 15th. And then not only that, but it would also make sense that on the 11th, we get the banner, or sorry, not the banner, we get the reveal, and then 4 days after we get the unit, right? I think it's probably just going to be either the 14th or the 15th. I wouldn't be surprised if it was just the 15th though. And then the next thing I want to talk about is this, which is still an unused animation. I feel like not a lot of people are really talking about it too much. It doesn't have any sound, but we could see that it's basically like Dragon Ball collecting. The only thing that's really weird to me is this animation right here happens 10 times and is like 10 different ways, but then it's just like it's just the same, right? But this animation right here happens basically 10 times, which is again really weird. But that being said, I think that this is kind of a hint to part 2, especially because we already have seen that they said that this is specifically a celebration that is going over all 3 of the Broly movies. We can just go ahead and speculate that it will probably work something like this, or that my friend sent me this of like just a speculation of what it could look like, where maybe the Dragon Balls are on top of the key spheres and then they kind of like zoom in, or maybe it's just like after a certain amount of key, we don't really know. But with all that being said, I think that this just shows clear signs to it being a family Kamehameha card, similar to Go Bros. With that being said, this character is actually going to have lots of potential for not only category-wise, but also leader skill-wise, of course, too. But if we go ahead and look at the categories that this hypothetical unit, of course, would have if it was a Gohan and Goten card, similar to how it was back in 2019. It'll have Hybrid Saiyans, no Majin Buu Saga. I want to clarify that this unit will not have it. If something like Super Saiyan 3 Goku, who we could just pull up really quickly, these new units that aren't in the Majin Buu Saga but are from the aren't from the Majin Buu Saga but were on the movies around the time period of Majin Buu Saga, stopped getting the Majin Buu Saga category. So yeah, like just want to clarify that really quickly. But yeah, they won't get Majin Buu Saga. Full Power, Joined Forces, Movie Heroes, Goku's Family, Siblings Bond, Super Saiyans, Kamehameha, Bond of Parent and Child, Earthbred Fighters, and Power of Wishes. And I also brought up the where is it? Here we go. I also wanted to bring up, just in case, it is just a Super Saiyan Gohan card, and it's just Gohan by himself, and then maybe like the active skill has it where it's the family Kamehameha. The leader skill or the categories would be a little bit worse, but I feel like this also doesn't take into account to like this is just specifically Gohan from his fight against Broly, which is why it's missing out on some of the categories like Power of Wishes, for example, like Kamehameha, for example, which obviously this Gohan would have. But again, no Majin Buu Saga, just keep that in mind. But through all of those, the leader skill that I would definitely hope the most is just Hybrid Saiyans. If we haven't gotten an actual Hybrid Saiyan leader since Physical God Goku and Physical Ultimate Gohan. And I don't even know if you want to count God Goku, since technically like it's not really like a Hybrid Saiyan leader, I guess. I don't know how to, like, he's not Hybrid Saiyan himself is what I'm trying to say. So it's just like for trying to beat missions or trying to beat Super Battle Road, for example, you can't obviously use God Goku, so you'd be forced to use Physical Ultimate Gohan, right? But I feel like this category has enough potential. You have obviously S tier Beast Gohan, you have AGL Ultimate Gohan, you have Teq Ultimate Gohan as well. Where is he? Oh, there he is. Like, you have all these options that could make this a really powerful team for sure. S tier Future Gohan as well. He's still pretty decent, but it's just like this team is very just underutilized, I would say, and it really does suck. But We'll see, of course. The other like category that I would hope is just Kamehameha. This category literally has not had a leader since like AGL Gohan. Yeah, AGL Gohan and physical Goten and Trunks. I don't count these guys because they're like a 150, I believe. But like, I prefer having a whole bunch of different options, and this category has been like the 30% of way too many categories for too long. I feel like at this point it should just have its own respective 170% leader. Like it's mind-boggling how many categories, like Tech Gods, I feel like is the thing that started it all, where it's just any like Tech Gods and physical Super Saiyan 4s. They just started to like, oh, these are now the Kamehameha is now a 30% for the rest of time. So I would hope that category also just gets some love as well. I don't know about movie heroes. We'll see. You know, we just got a 200% to a movie heroes, but I always like more options, so it could always be nice to have for sure. Especially since the physical Super Saiyans don't lead the movie heroes. I think having more options would be nice. But let's go ahead and close out Kamehameha. And then, funnily enough, if we go ahead and look at the other options for what could be the Part 2 LRs, it's also the EZAs, but let's continue talking about just the Part 2 LR like possibilities as well. I think no matter what, we're probably going to get an LR from the Bio Broly movie too. And I don't know if Bio Broly would be able to hold it up as anything other than a carnival leader, especially because all he has is 4 categories. The only thing I could really see is maybe making him like a 172 movie bosses and maybe uncontrollable power with the additional 30% to artificial life forms and resurrected warriors. Like, I don't know what combination they would be able to do to make this a Dokkan Fest character. But most of the time, I feel like they also make the carnival character the more, I guess, hype character. So he might be a Dokkan Fest. Like, it's just, it's too, I don't know. It's too early to call it. What I like a Bio Broly, I think it would be sick. I'll be honest, I think it'll be sick. But we also have the Goten, Trunks, and Krillin card that could also be a LR as well. It really just depends, because if Krillin is in the card, then this unit would lose a lot of categories. Hybrid Saiyans, obviously, Super Saiyans, Kamehameha they'd still have no matter what. But like they'd lose out on those 3 major categories: Hybrid Saiyans, Super Saiyans, Kamehameha. I don't know. These guys could also get the EZAs as well, but again, I don't really know what they are gonna cook for the second LR, right? We'll have to really see. But now, talking about the EZAs, like I was saying, I think that it could definitely be these 2 units from Dokkan Fest exclusive wise, and then also Cyberbrain Unit Rise, right? So we have the physical Goten and Trunks. They could, honestly, the best way to fix this character is have it where they get like a certain amount of dodge before they attack, I think. Because the main issue with this unit is you want to have a Trunks or Goten attacking in the same turn, or Krillin on the team, right? And at the time there was no like good Krillin card other than the Teq one, but even then the Teq one didn't really fit on Hybrid Saiyan, so it's just like, what are you running this character, right? And neither of them wanted to be in Solid, which is even the worst thing. But this character builds up on dodges. They build up like this whole portion of their kit is all dodge based. Over half their kit is based on them getting dodges, right? And they don't have any dodge in their kit until you pop the active skill, which is when you have a Trunks or Goten attacking in the 3rd turn. It has to be in the same turn, by the way. And if we look at the Goten and Trunks, right? There's just like these units, it's just not good. Like none of them are good. We just got the was it the EZAs or Awakenings for the one of the kid cards? Was it this one? It was this one. I think this one literally just got it. Yeah. Like, I guess maybe this one. They definitely could work as like SOT 3 units for sure. But I would honestly hope that, I don't know, that we get like another Goten and Trunks option. Because this is just bad. But yeah, I really want to see them have some sort of dodge, so that way they're not locked out of literally half of their kit. And then maybe bump that up a little bit. Maybe make it like, I don't know, 35%. You never know. But yeah, they are very powerful though, on their active skill turn. Having the guaranteed dodge, getting the 6 key, having it where they get the pretty good attack and defense there. Having it where you give the allies attack boost. You never know if they're going to make that defense. Attack and defense on their 12 key would also be pretty nice too. We'll see. We'll see. As for the Super Saiyan Gohan team. Oh yeah, I do want to bring up one more unit, but we'll discuss them afterwards. As for the Super Saiyan Gohan team, he could just be like a movie heroes or / Super Saiyan support, and I think that would be definitely pretty nice. I'm okay with them keeping this restriction as well if they just want to make it against a movie boss's enemy, specifically because we're going up against so many movie bosses characters right now, especially Broly, for the content at this time. I think that's fine. I feel like side-branding units always get this like very restricted passive, but they're decent. So as long as Gohan is decent enough to be able to run against like the hardest content for this celebration, I'm okay, right? But if they make him restricted, make him like amazing against this content, right? Like I want him to be a must-run character. I need him to be like that. I don't want like an Int Broly situation where he's really good against one specific opponent, right? I'd rather it be like I would want it to be like Broly, but like on crack. I'd really want it to be something like that. But yeah, his passive is so open-ended that it's not really much that we can talk about. Maybe attack and defense lowering on 12 key, or defense, I don't know, defense that he gets on super attack and then attack lowering. We could also get damage reduction or something like that. Damage reduction, guard, dodge. One of those three is just going to be best, obviously. We'll see though. And then the last character that I did want to talk about that could get an EZA as well. Let me just make sure that I didn't. Oh yeah, no, these characters as well. Sorry, not the last ones. And I was just checking on something for that. Where are you? He's a movie hero, isn't he? Yeah, there you are. Is this Trunks card? I don't know why he was just completely missed for part 1. But I'm like, they could still EZA him, right? And then similar to the physical Super Saiyan Gohan team, I think something that they could easily do is, instead of making it where it's just hybrid Saiyans as the category that gets the 3 key 40%, just make it where it's the the hybrid Saiyans, and then either make it Super Saiyans or movie heroes. Either or is completely fine. I think I would probably prefer movie heroes, but it doesn't really matter to me, right? Also, I really hope that they carry the defense stacking over to the 12 key as well. Or sorry, not the 12 key, the non-unit super attack. But yeah, again, this is just another open-ended passive, so just saying like guard, damage reduction, or dodge, anything could literally happen, right? But yeah, and then the other like free-to-play unit that could EZA was Bio Broly, but again, open-ended passive. We'll see. Teq Broly is one of the characters that I'm really hoping they do. I already finished editing the video. I already uploaded it. I already have it scheduled for the time tomorrow. I already put the time codes and everything. And they announced Teq Broly's EZA. So I'm gonna just cut out the section where I'm specifically talking about Teq Broly's EZA and what I want from him, and rather just showing it. I'm just gonna show it instead. So Broly's EZA has it where his ki +4, 150% attack and defense and HP for Resurrected Warriors, which is whatever. 4 ki, 100% attack and defense and HP for Extreme Tech as well. 12 key is a raising attack for 1 turn, greatly lowering enemy's defense. 18 key is greatly raising attack permanently, by the way, not just 1 for 1 turn. Greatly raising defense for 1 turn and causes mega colossal damage to enemy while massively lowering their enemy defense. So it's obviously just want you to have this stack because we already know he's going to transform on turn 4 anyways, but key +3, 200% attack and defense, plus an additional 120% attack and defense when performing a super attack, plus 120% attack and defense if it's an ultra super attack. So it's exactly like what I was talking about, which is really funny. Like I said, I'm going to cut this part out of where I talked about it, but I was literally saying like they're probably just going to give him attack and defense, more attack and defense on super attack, more attack and defense on ultra super, and it's funny that they did that. Gain additional 50% attack when attacking an enemy who is attack or defense down, which is bad, but it's not the worst because there's a lot of stages now that I feel like it has it where you can either do attack or defense down. It's just the most difficult, can't have it, so it's just like 3 key and launches additional attack that has a high chance to become a super attack when there is only 1 enemy. 5 key and launches a super attack guaranteed, similar to how he was before EZA when facing 2 enemies, which is nice because it means he's going to be an SPR king. He transforms when conditions are met. Conditions are, I'm assuming, the same, just turn 4. Raises attack and defense for 1 turn on 12 key while greatly lowering enemy's defense. 18 key gives massively lowering the enemy's defense and greatly raising your attack and defense. 4 key, 20% attack and defense, so it's just barely increased from the beginning. 120% and perform an additional attack that has a high chance to become a super attack when performing a super attack, so that's good. But it's not like that much of an upgrade attack and defense wise. I guess because you get more attack and defense on the super attack. Let me just really can retweet this, by the way. Plus additional attack, 166%, and guard activated against all attacks and extreme class allies to perform a critical hit. Plus 6% for 2 turns if it is an ultra super attack. Pretty good. Gain additional 100% attack when attacking an enemy who's, this doesn't really matter. 4 key and launches an additional attack that has a great chance to become a super attack when facing 1 enemy. And 6 key and launches an additional super attack with 2 or more enemies. Not bad. I think we need to see how he is going to do in game first before I'm able to say confidently where he would place on the top 10 list, but it's clear that they want you to just pair this guy with Teq Broly, which is what I was really hoping for, so that's at least good. But yeah, let's go ahead and go back into the video because like I said, this is supposed to, I was literally talking about hypothetical EZAs when I go over Teq Broly, and then whatever. Alright, pass Mike, go ahead and take it over. But yeah, his animations are really nice too. But we'll see. We already talked about Bio Broly. I think that's about it. I don't, like, we could talk about events and stuff, but that's less, that's more just speculation than anything, right? This is like at least informed speculation, I guess you could say. But we'll see. We'll see. Let me know what you guys are excited about most for part 2. I'm excited for finally we're getting content. But other than that, thank you all for watching. Thank you as always for remember. Hope you guys all have a great rest of the week, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.